In today's world, everybody lives in Outlook all day long. So Acumatica worked with Outlook to create the type of integration that makes everybody's life easier. So here I've gotten an email from a person that I've never done business with before. I can create them as a separate company, but if they're a contact within an existing company, I have the capabilities to add them. As I start typing in, you'll see it finds my closest match, which is Disney. And here it also gives me the capabilities to determine where I've gotten this lead from, which is important from your marketing standpoint. As soon as I create that contact, because it is identified to an existing customer, it then provides me access to that customer. From here, I can automatically go and create a quote or an opportunity, which can then easily be tracked and forecasted for the company. If I go to the customer's account, you'll see it automatically opens up Acumatica and takes me to that customer's account. From here is the information that you would expect on any sort of customer within your system. And here you can see that these are all the different contacts and that it's just recently added this new person. So let's go create an order. Within the Acumatica system, when you take an order, everything can be done within a single system. So here, for the sake of time, what I'm going to do is I'm going to assume that the quoting and everything was done in either your Sage or your ESP system. What I'm demonstrating is that within Acumatica, you have the ability in every single screen to upload files that you may have and easily map them from the file that you've received into Acumatica. And from here, you can see everything that's related to this, related to the spinners and the different vendors. You do have the capabilities to change any of these as necessary. You'll see here we can certainly add new things, including a sample. So if we were going to send a sample, as you type in, it gives you that. But you can also see that these are all the different categories that the system comes with. And this helps you related to your sales tax and your sales tax compliance. So in here, I'm going to do a sample, and I'm just going to ask for 2 black spinners. And what's nice about the system is that here I can choose who the vendor is that I want to work with, whatever the cost might be for those spinners. And in the Acumatica world, we actually have the ability to make this a free item because we do want to track the number of samples and post it accordingly. You can also see that you have the capabilities to do your purchase orders directly from here, and it can be a drop shipment, or it can be a purchase to the order, which then gets delivered to your dock. I'm going to save this. Your account executive will then have the ability to create the purchase orders. So here are the different items and the different costs that we've established. There's no price here, as you can appreciate, and we're going to process them all. This will create a link between the sales orders and the purchase orders so that you'll always be able to see what's happening with the delivery and related to the processing of the orders by the different vendors you have contacted to do the work. Going back to our sales order, you'll now see when I come here that I have a PO link, and this can take me directly to the purchase order that we've just recently created. What's also very convenient is everything can be done from this single screen. If I do need to put additional notes on a line item basis, I can put those notes here on a line item basis, but I can also put them related to the entire order. Continuing on, what the system also allows you to do is to be able to file documents. So you can put them here on a line item basis, or you can simply drop and drag them. So in my instance, this is hosted out at Amazon Web Services. And what happens is that my customer is typically going to provide me a confirmation or a signed document. And here the system can easily take a document from your desktop and drop and drag it in. So this can be anything from an accounts payable invoice, to an insurance certificate, to a confirmation, to the artwork, so that everything is in one place. Within the order, you'll have the capabilities to put in any sort of follow-up calls, tasks, meetings, or anything along those lines. Within the communications, you do have the capability to put it in wherever you expect that to be. And although it defaulted to me, I could have assigned it to another person because I'm covering them for the day. You'll now see that we have one activity. But throughout this entire order, these are the types of things that we want to be able to track. So when is the event date? When do I have to get that in hand? And all the other dates that we'd want to be able to track. Through the workflows and alerts in the Acumatica system, if any of these dates are not being met or not being followed up on appropriately, the user can be identified and can be told about anything that needs to happen. As the system continues on, it is going to keep everything in a single location. For the sake of time, what I've done is actually completed an order here to then show you how this works. So as you can see, the system is keeping track of the order total, but most importantly, as each one of these invoices are being processed, so if it's an open purchase order, so one that has not been received, or one that has been received, you'll have complete capabilities here to see what the cost is, what the anticipated cost is, and then drill down to get to the reconciliation that you need to ensure that they were invoiced properly. Continuing here, keeping everything in one location, you can see that here is my shipment document that keeps record of exactly what was shipped and when it was shipped, even though it was drop shipped by one of my vendors. And here I have the actual physical invoice that finally went out to the customer. Within the Acumatica system, you have the capabilities to always reprint these, but everything can be sent electronically. So including the invoice, the order, or the confirmation could easily be sent via email, adding which additional people you needed and or changing whatever you want within the template that you've set up, and then sending or saving and closing that. So here's a brief overview of the Acumatica system that shows you how everything related to your order is in one place.
To learn more about Acumatica with PPI Advantage, contact us today.